Good day, good day, good day, good day. What's up? What's up? This is just a tap in live with your boy, brother Jose. This is a tap in live with your boy, brother Jose. I'm just tapping in just to check up on you guys, see what's happening. I'm actually doing a live later on the ancient Egyptian cosmology vignette, first visual evidence of the Milky Way, and trends in coffin depictions of the sky goddess Nut. That is an academic article that was sent to me a while ago. So I said I'm going to do a live on it a little later, which I am. But right now, uh-huh, I think I'm just gonna look at a little document here. I'm just gonna look at a little comedic document here, just to take a look. I think this is something the ancient Egyptian book. I don't know why it's downloaded in this fashion, but it is. So I don't know. I don't know why it's downloaded in this way, but it downloaded. This is something. Nah, let me see what else I have here. Give me a second, people. I'm just looking for something to read. Right. This is a 29-page article by Baba Bonotchi. You guys should be familiar with Baba Bonotchi, right? So let me drop the link in the chat for anybody who's interested in coming in. So there's the link there for anybody who's interested in coming in. Let me share my screen because this is something by Baba Bonacci that I think, wait a minute, that I think we would all be interested in. Okay. I don't know why. Why is it not sharing? Hmm. Give me a second. Okay, why is it not sharing? Let me try it again. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I don't know why it's not sharing. Give me 1 second. Right. Right. So give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Let me just go ahead and close the door. Right. So I'm going to read this paper here by Barbara Bonacci. Just a little teaser, because I have one for later. A different one for later. Little teaser, because I have one for later. A different one for later. Little teaser, because I have one for later. Right. So let me go ahead and start to read Barbara Bonacci's paper. It says a textual review of Kepler, Creation Without a Creator, God or the Most High. Part 2, the dance of Kepler illustrates the intelligence. That intelligence is an attribute of Mother Nature. Let me make this a little bigger. If you guys can't, let me know if you guys can see that or not. Let me know if you guys can see that or not. Let me know if you guys can see that or not. Let me know if you guys can see that or not. Let me know if you guys can see that or not. Right. Let me go back into it. Right. Let me go back into it. Here we go. Right? Oh no, give me a second. Sorry, let me go back into it. Saber Akinjidi Bonacci Montgomery, affectionately known as Baba Bonacci. Right. So that's, I don't know why. Right. How reality comes to be is a concept that ideas provided by institutions and deep thinkers of Western society do not explain simply or practically. I use the ancient African concept of Keper, which means to transform, to introduce a unique practical depiction and description of a process of transformation from a non physical state to a fully physical state to explain, oh shit, sorry, to explain, sorry, I am so sorry, to explain, right, to, right, practical depiction and description of a process of transformation from a non physical state to a fully physical state to explain how all that be came to be. I introduced many other unique ideas from Kemet, the Black Country, Obenga 2003, page 34, that logically expresses this transformation process based on emotions and intellect. Emotions and intellect are absent in the theories and stories of creation supplied in the Eurocentric worldviews of religion and science. Keywords: Kepler, creation, Medu, nature, emotions, intelligence, Cartesian split brain thinking. Acknowledgement. I want to express dua thanks and appreciation to the Medu nature students from MOOT Dr. Rakedi Amen's Institute of Comedic Philology. Now, philology means, from my understanding, it means to use a text to use a text to translate, to use the text of a culture to translate language. Let me just make sure that is it. Right. Philology is the scholarly study of language and historical texts focusing on their authenticity, meaning, and evolution. Etymology: the term derives from Greek philology, philologia, meaning love of words or love of learning, originally implying fondness for discussion. Sesh Henny Niamu Amin Amoy Neblet Angel Montanez Okuniki Masomi Moore Rek Keru Jehuti Sharma Menra and Rashid Phillips, also students of the Medinetra Study Group of Columbus, Ohio. Alana Winbush Edwards, Melvin Gardner, Lisa Tully, right. Right. They met with me and scrutinized any ideas, right? So those are his acknowledgments. Part one. A textual review of Kepler. Creation without a creator, God or the Most High. There is no independent creator, no demiurge standing over and apart from creation. Born mythology. In Egyptian mythology, it may be asserted ideas merge, endowed with power, from raw manna. Obenga 33. The assumption that because creation existence exists, a creator or some higher being must have created or made what exists. Some terms used to express this hierarchical thinking are God, Creator, and the Most High. The problem is, where does the Creator God or the Most High come from? In terms of God, where does He come from? Who is this guy, and why is he not a she? In science and the Big Bang Theory, and there's a footnote there, what caused the Big Bang and why? Science or religion does not answer this basic essential question. These theories are based on European Cartesian split brain thinking, right? And the footnote, let's read the footnote. What is the Big Bang Theory? How did the universe begin and what is the Big Bang Theory? The Big Bang Theory is a model explaining the expansion and cooling observation throughout the universe. The universe merged from a hot and dense singularity in a rapid expansion and cooling that is still occurring today. A singularity is a significantly dense and hot point of matter. The result of the Big Bang is all the matter in the universe being scattered everywhere in one monumentous event. The theory explains the laws of physics governing our universe and cooling and expanding of our universe. Right, so it shows you where that comes from. Cartesian adjective, over relating to Descartes, 1596 to 1650. His mathematical method, or his philosophical, or his philosophical philosophy, especially with regard to its emphasis on logical analysis and its mechanistic interpretation of physical right. The tendency to right. The tendency to fragment reality into oppositional components becomes a dominant theme, and much later hardens in the philosophy of Rene Descartes, who further divides reality into mind and matter. The results were the greater fragmentation of the universe in which we perceive a multitude of separate objects and events, right? So that was the two footnotes there. So the link is in the chat if anybody wants to come in. I think I'm going to read a little bit more of this, and that's it for me. I don't want to be too long with it. These, right, so now, right, all right. Uh-oh. And we could do some source vetting the next video. These problems with the logic of Met, Mu, Eurasian, Faulkner, 2017, page 47, and European Cartesian split brain thinking in relation to how all that be comes to be require more attention. These questions concerning the nature of the origin of all things that becomes to be may be impossible to answer, but more practical descriptions may be available. Religion. Another footnote provides fantasy and fairy tale solution to explain how everything comes into being. Science provides overly technical, impersonal, and incomplete descriptions to explain how that comes to that all that becomes to be. Right. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go back here to Faulkner, 2017, page 47, right? And we're going to, as we go along, we're going to go through some of the sources as I think we should. So give me 1 second. Let me see if I probably have Faulkner's dictionary in here. I want to think. So let me give me 1 second. I don't know if this is 2017, but all right, here we go. All right, so is that it? Okay. Give me 1 second, people. Yeah, all right. Page 47. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can find it. Right. So let's stop that. Right. We're going to go back here, present, share screen. Right. So we're going to show you the definition of the word, right? So make it a little bigger. This is this is the word here, right? Well, basically, right. This would be the word here. Uh, right? This is the word here, right? Asiatic. This is an alternate determinative, but I think this would more accurately be the one closest to the one that he has there, right? Right. So this is the word here, so you can see, right? Okay, let's stop sharing that. So as I'm going along, I'm showing you guys sources at the same time. So I think at this point, wait a minute, wait a bloody minute, wait a bloody minute. Right. Okay, let's try it again, folks. All right, let's try it again, folks. Oh, wow. That's crazy. All right. Trying to share my screen. Right. So, in European Cartesian split brain thinking, in relation to how all that be comes to be, require more attention. Question concerning the nature of the origin of how all that came to be comes to be may be impossible to answer, but more practical descriptions must be made available. Religion provides fantasy and fairy tale solutions to explain how everything comes into being. Science provides overly technical, impersonal, and incomplete descriptions to explain how all that comes to be. Neither there is practical answers. How accurately can any idea or belief system describe the nature of reality without using concepts of consciousness, self awareness, emotion, and self generation? Also, any belief system used to understand the nature of reality that does not include concepts such as consciousness, self awareness, emotion, and self generation will be mechanical, impersonal, and incomplete. The ancient Kemet, the Black Nation, Land of the Black, Gabon, Aketama 2023, the Reku, the ones who know, Faulkner 188, use Kepler, Faulkner 232, which means to transform, to understand, and thus express how all that can be came to be. Right. So they have a footnote here, the creation of the world. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earths. This is footnote number 3. The earth was void and without form, and darkness was over the face of the deep, and the Spirit of the God was hovering over the face of the waters. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. And God saw that the light was good, and God separated the light from the darkness, called the light day, called the dark, he called it darkness he called night, and there was evening, and there was morning first. And God said, "Let there be an expansion in the midst of the water. Let it separate the waters from the waters." And God made the expanse and separated the waters that were under the expanse from the waters that were above the expanse. And so it was. God called the expanse heaven. There was evening and there was morning, and the second day. Right. We will explore how these ancient Africans used Kepler to overcome the previously mentioned illogic and problem aspects of the Aamu Eurasian worldview. So, we just went through a little bit of Barbara Bonotchi's paper. So, you guys have a blessed and wonderful day. We'll be going over another cosmological paper a little bit later. So, that's just a little bit of Barbara Bonacci paper. That was the first. How many pages was that? That was the first. Let's see. That was the first one. Oh, shucks. What happened? That was the first about 5 pages, I think. Let me reopen it and see. I think that was about the first 5 pages, possibly, right? Yeah, about the first 5 pages or so, right? So, you guys come back later. We'll be doing another academic paper, right? So, you guys come back a little bit later. We'll be doing another academic paper for you guys. But I said, let me throw in Baba Bonacci, because, Baba Bonacci's family, a lot of his students are in at my back chest. So I said, let me just throw that in, and I'll be back a little bit later, right? So you guys have a blessed and wonderful day.